the auditing space has a lot of blind spots, and I fully agree with you. I also think the tracking space has a lot of blind spots. And so if you take an example of a shipment that's coming in from abroad, it may go through several different modes of transportation, as you mentioned. It may go through different carriers. It may go through different customs or brokerage points as well. And I think that that's another blind spot. And so, I think that, from a shipping standpoint or a shipper standpoint, having visibility into all of those activities is also really important. And, we try to work with our clients to set up integrations that will enable all points of that package journey to be tracked and to be reported out to the end client and also to the customer, so that they know where their parcel is and have a better idea of when it's going to arrive at their doorstep.
What I'm hearing is we as transportation leaders have to put ourselves in a place to allow technology to help us kind of eliminate some of those blind spots. You mentioned, the central repository of data, and we're adding more variables, more complexity. We're going to talk a lot about the multi-carrier movement, which, is where we continue to move as an industry. But when we do implement that, you throw more variables into the mix. So how do we really make sure that we're setting ourselves up for success is what I'm hearing is kind of the theme here.
Absolutely. I think it's important that, especially if you have a multi-carrier strategy, you've got to be able to have all of that information together in one place and be able to have that normalized so that you're able to compare apples to apples and really be able to look at, what's working well for you as a shipper. There's a lot of different opportunities and different providers out there, but you've got to really understand what is that right fit for you and for your customers, really to be able to look at that customer experience.
I'm sure you're both seeing still a lot of manual scorecards, right? That take a lot of time and effort to produce, that aren't systematic, that aren't repeatable across. And is that just slowing a lot of people down?
We see a lot of, Excel work that is taking time to kind of, work through and try to, understand as much as possible. But the problem is if you're looking at data that's weeks, months old, you're making decisions on situations that may not be the case anymore. So being able to have that real-time data and understand what's happening right now, what is, the situation with different shipments, what is the status? To Josh's point, what is that visibility look like? And being able to address it very quickly rather than kind of making decisions on something that happened 3 months ago.